it. Hey guys, it is Wednesday once again, which means it's time for a new episode of the new Comic Book Day Rundown. I am Dustin, I'm the PR coordinator for Dark Horse Comics.
And I am Kara, I am the social media coordinator.
And we are delighted to break all of this fantastic stuff down for you today. We've got a lot to talk about. We've got SDCC next week, otherwise known as San Diego Comic-Con, otherwise known as Comic-Con International. It's the big one.
Got a lot of names.
Yes, so we are going to be talking a little bit about what you can expect at the show next week and what we're going to be breaking down for you on Facebook and among some of our other social channels in case you are not able to join us in the physical realm there. Before we dive into that, I would like to remind you that if you would like to win the wonderful things that we discuss on the show here today, all you have to do is share this video on Facebook. Make sure that your share is set to public so that we can see it. And you could be the lucky owner of all of these things, except for this glorious redhead right here.
Which we'll talk about in a moment.
We will talk about momentarily. He's actually not available to the public yet. He is part of our exciting San Diego announcements. Now I'm going to let Kara talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we have a lot of things that are being announced this week and next week. So I know it's kind of information overload. So stay tuned, keep an eye on our website, keep an eye on our social media channels. But one of the things that we have already announced is Dark Horse Direct, which focuses on very deluxe figures like this guy right here. Hopefully you recognize him from Game of Thrones. This is Tormund Giantsbane. Look at his magnificent bushy red beard. I really need to point out how magnificent this beard is.
Get a close-up on that
there you
sweet
go.
beard.
There you go.
Sculpted.
Oh.
His clothing is kind of flexible. His sword, I think, actually fits in that scabbard. I mean, this is the real deal. So there are only going to be 300 of these available at San Diego. Come by our booth, number 2615, and you'll see this showcased along with several others that will be revealed at the show. We have shown you Tormund here and Space Boy from Umbrella Academy, and he's a big old statue.
He is a big dude.
Yeah, he's super big.
Space Boy's a big boy.
He's got, the anatomically correct suit on with the nipples, too, which many people have pointed out. And then also we've revealed the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. However, at the show, there are going to be several more products revealed. So come by the booth to see those and get the first look. Make sure you order Tormund if you want this guy soon, because once he's gone, he's gone.
He's going to go fast.
Yeah, there are 300 again at the show and then 3,000 in total. So once those 3,000 are gone, no more Tormund.
And to be honest, they're all going to go fast. The Dark Horse Direct is a very exciting initiative. We're offering really high-end, very exclusive and collectible, super limited statues, figures, and toys that are going to be delivered directly to the consumer.
Right.
Which is going to allow us to offer them at a great price for you.
There are payment plans for the more expensive ones because,
correct.
again, these are super deluxe figures that are meant for collectors. That's why some of them are so expensive. And so payment plans will be offered. Just go to direct.darkhorse.com. You can see all the details on there. And again, we'll be announcing more information in the weeks to come and as that initiative kind of gets underway. So just a early sneak preview, and so you can revel in the glory of Tormund Giantsbane.
Oh, yeah. Yes, more will be revealed at San Diego. As Kara mentioned, one of the launch figures for Dark Horse Direct is Space Boy from Umbrella Academy. We have more exciting Umbrella Academy news. In case you missed it yesterday, we did announce that after 10 years, the Umbrella Academy is coming back to Dark Horse. That is Gerard Way and Gabriel Baz, creator-owned superhero saga. I heard it described as the Royal Tenenbaums meets X-Men, which is probably the most perfect explanation of that I've ever heard.
Pretty apt.
Yes. Yeah. So we're psyched to have that coming back. We've also announced that we will be partnering once again with BioWare to be bringing you the art of Anthem. That is the new IP that they're launching this year, which is very exciting news. And I'm going to tease that we've got a big, exciting announcement coming at you tomorrow. It is one that you are not going to want to miss because a lot of you have been asking about it for a while.
For a long time.
Yes.
I think you will be pleased.
Yes, it will not disappoint.
Just like Umbrella Academy. Hopefully you're as excited about that as we are. And one other question that comes up with that is, yes, yesterday we were announcing the new comic series, Hotel Oblivion. There is also the Netflix series.
Yes.
It is coming to live action TV rather. So that was previously announced. It's in the works, and I believe it's set to debut next year, right?
Yeah, early 2019. I don't think they've set the exact release date, but filming has been underway for quite a while. So, starring Ellen Page.
Yes.
It's the white violin.
Yeah. I think the casting so far has been excellent.
Yes.
So, pretty excited.
Yes, so more news will be coming on both of those projects within the coming months. So it is the year of the Umbrella Academy.
At last.
Yes.
Get under the umbrella.
Get under the umbrella. If you happen to be at San Diego, we will be at booth 2615. More info will be posted on that. Come by, say hi. Next week, we will make sure to do a live broadcast to give you a little booth tour. And the new Comic Book Day rundown will be from the show floor. So the next time you see us, we will be in partly sunny San Diego.
Right.
Weather.com says it's supposed to be kind of cloudy, so we'll see how that
partly
works
sunny,
out.
partly cloudy. We'll find out.
We're getting a lot of action, a lot of likes, and a lot of hello froms. So
Hey guys!
big shout out to everybody right now.
Thank you.
Yes.
Saying
Thank
hi
you
to
for
us.
joining us.
Yeah. The joy
Well,
goes on.
maybe we'll see some of you at San Diego next week. You should come by and say hello. We will be there, of course. And Dustin will be bringing you the booth tour live, so check in next Wednesday for that.
Woohoo.
Usually, we'll try to get as close to 11 a.m. as we can, but it all depends on how setup goes.
Yes, it does. Be patient. We may have to be flexible with when we actually do that video because it all must be set up first.
Right.
It's going to go from a pile of garbage to a glorious booth, so that takes a few hours.
You might want to see the pile of garbage, but we don't want you to see.
We don't want you to see. I don't want you to see the pile of garbage that I will do before that's all done. All right. Well, there will be much more on San Diego.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and dive into. Oh, actually, no. Before we dive into all this, we got a digital sale too. An exciting one.
We do. So out today, which we're going to cover in a second, we have a new. Number 1 debuting from Burger Books. Burger Books is, of course, the imprint from Karen Berger, who has joined us at Dark Horse. She used to be the founder of Vertigo at DC. You might know a few little titles like Sandman. I don't know. Maybe
Sandman, V for Vendetta, no big deal.
You know, just little things like that. So we are having, in honor of the next wave of Burger Books, which is beginning this week, we are having a digital sale on current Burger Books. So that includes 50% off graphic novels, 99-cent single issues, as usual, on things like Incognito Renaissance, and Matahari. So go to digital.darkhorse.com to check that out, and you'll see everything that's available on there, as well as what's coming up next from Burger Books.
And of course, we'll do you a solid as per usual and drop those links below in the comments once our live cast is over.
Of course.
In physical books today, we have got brand new Berserk. This is volume 39. I know people are going to be psyched about this. It's been a long time coming. Very excited to be bringing this classic manga back to you today. This is Kentaro Miura's. To cure the afflicted Casca, Guts and company battle Elf Island's magical defenses and finally reach Elfhelm, where the elven ruler opens the Corridor of Dreams. Horrors lurk there, and some more foul than any in the material world. I am not going to show you the inside of this book. This is not safe for life.
Read and find out.
NSFL.
Yes. And also new in books this week, this big beast here is Abe Sapien, The Drowning and Other Stories in hardcover. I know many of you have been waiting for this. And other frequently asked questions include reprints. Yes, Plague of Frogs is being reprinted.
Yes.
Pretty much this month. So that will be available again through retailers. But this new volume covers Abe Sapien volumes 1, 2, and 9, all collected together. In the early 1980s, new BPRD agent Abe Sapien was set to retrieve the corpse of a powerful warlock off the coast of France. Abe quickly finds himself in a battle with a century-old evil in the form of demonic monks. Let's look inside for a moment, because we don't want to miss this beautiful artwork. Several artists, of course, worked on the various stories in here. We have the cover art that we were just looking at is Sebastian Fiumara, who's one of my personal favorites. Of course, creators include Mike Mignola, John Arcudi, Jason Sean Alexander, whose artwork you're looking at now, and Patrick Reynolds, and colored by Dave Stewart as usual. So this volume, absolutely a must-have for fans of BPRD. It's also, it could be a pretty good jumping on point if you're new to Abe Sapien or the BPRD in general. And like all of our nice collected hardcovers, it has an awesome sketchbook section in the back where you get to see character sketches and other developmental pieces.
Tattoo
with
inspiration.
Some tattoo inspiration if you're like us. Yeah, some good stuff in there. Commentary from the creators. So Abe Sapien, The Drowning, in comic shops today.
We have also got a new volume of Usagi Yojimbo. This is volume 32, Mysteries. This is going to collect Usagi Yojimbo issues number 159 through 165, and it's got an introduction by Usagi Yojimbo voice actor Yuki Matsuzaki. Intrigue abounds in this gripping volume as the Rabbit Ronin partners with Inspector Ishida to solve a series of murders and mysteries. Between deadly pufferfish assassinations, a run-in with a familiar pair of thieves, and a large-scale corruption scheme, Usagi and Ishida have their work cut out for them. I love Usagi Yojimbo, and the partnerships for the mysteries with Inspector Ishida are so much fun.
So Stan Sakai, of course, is going to join us at San Diego, so you should come by and get something signed by him if you can. And also Mike Mignola is a special guest, so that's a big deal. And also among our guests is the writer of this brand new comic. This is what I was talking about. This is the debut of She Could Fly. She Could Fly #1 is written by Christopher Cantwell, who will be at San Diego, and you might know this show called Halt and Catch Fire. He is the co-creator of that show. So this is his first time writing for comics, and this is an excellent, very personal kind of examination of sort of an obsessive-compulsive disorder, which the art in here is by Martin Marazzo, and you might know him from Ice Cream Man. So all in all, this is just an excellent collaboration.
So good.
I'll show you a little bit of the interior here. So if you haven't been following along with the plot for this one, a quick rundown. In Chicago, an unknown woman appears flying at speeds of 120 miles per hour and at heights reaching 2,000 feet. Then she suddenly dies in a fiery explosion midair. No one knows who she was, how she flew, or why. Luna, a 15-year-old girl with issues of her own, becomes obsessed with learning everything about her, while rumors and conspiracy theories roil. Will cracking the secrets of the flying woman's inner life lead to the liberation from her own troubled mind? So we follow Luna throughout this series, and the artwork for this I think is pretty fascinating. It's almost like magical realism. You're looking at reality in one panel, and then all of a sudden something crazy happens in the next one, and you're kind of looking through the eyes of Luna. So it's really beautifully done. You should check it out. #1 is out today.
It's really remarkable, and I'm honestly a little bit at a loss for words to explain how or why it's so good. I've never read anything like it.
Yeah.
I honestly can't recommend it enough. You'll have to take my word for it. I can't, like I said, words.
Or Karen Berger, who again has
Right.
kind of had her finger on the pulse of what's going to be cool.
Her track record, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It was very, very moving read.
And Christopher Campbell again will be at San Diego as well.
Oh yeah. We have also got Disney Pixar, The Incredibles 2, #1, Crisis in Midlife and Other Stories. I don't know if y'all have seen The Incredibles 2 yet, but it is fantastic.
So good.
If you're going to make me wait 14 years for a sequel, that's how you do it. It was so good. I'm going to go again, actually. My childhood heart is so happy right now. Now, this comic is basically a compilation of 3 original short stories. They're set during and after the Incredibles 2 film. It involves the dastardly bomb voyage while Mr. Incredible is dedicating a new submarine. It also involves Mr. Incredible telling Jack a bedtime story that has Violet and Dash calling him out for being a big old liar, because it doesn't seem like that could possibly be true. And then on a visit to the park, Jack uses his powers to overcome a worthy opponent.
Which powers?
Oh, yeah. There's a few to choose from. This is written by Christos Gage and Landry Walker. Artists include Gurihuru, Jay Bone, Andrea Greppi. Colors are by Roberta Zanata, Dan Jackson, and Angela Capilupo. Cover art is by Gurihuru on the regular cover, and then we've got variants by Jay Bone and Dan Jackson. So these are certainly aimed at younger readers, but if you're a child at heart like myself, you will definitely enjoy these. I got a kick out of these comics.
Yeah, Incredibles 2. All right, we have another pair of issues here that are out this week. At last, yes, we did have a little bit of a skip month. Yes. So this month we return to Aliens Dust to Dust, number 2. The main cover is by Gabriel Hardman and Rain Barreto, and the variant, as usual, is by Carlos Dianda. I don't know which one I like more. I kind of love them both.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, pick up one or both today. I don't know. If you're like me, just get both. So the action continues in this issue. A mother and son are now bound by a shared terror and separated by an implacable alien force. A spaceship that should carry them away from their fear becomes a death trap from which escape seems impossible. So if you haven't been following this series, this is, the latest in our Aliens comics franchise. An all-new story by Gabriel Hardman. And it kind of harkens back to Aliens 2, I think, is the movie that it's most similar to in the sense of just claustrophobia. I mean, you and I at home know that there's going to be a chest burster at some point, but our young hero doesn't necessarily know that yet. So it's kind of a race against time and a race against outwitting the aliens. So beautiful art, fantastic story if you like the old classic Aliens 2 especially.
And another familiar face returns. We've got Tomb Raider Inferno number 2, in which Laura is trapped. After being surprised by Trinity's preparedness, Laura finds herself in the midst of an inconceivable phenomenon that is as equally terrifying as it is mysterious. Face to face with an entity beyond scientific understanding, not to mention an apt foe in Nadiha, Laura fears she may finally be in over her head. So this, as you may already know, this brings back fan favorite artist Philip Sevi to draw a story that's co-written by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly, who first jumped onto the Tomb Raider franchise for the last series, which was Tomb Raider Survivors Crusade. We've got a cover by Michael Atiyah here. Cover is by Hannah Templar, and the colors are by Michael Atiyah. Right. Apologies for the goof up there.
Yeah, that one... The action in this is getting pretty exciting, so I hope you are reading Inferno. Is a really fun series. Kind of the continuation of the long con of Survivor's Crusade.
Yes.
So also this week we have Resident Alien back in An Alien in New York, number 4. This, as we mentioned a couple weeks ago, has actually been optioned for a pilot from Sci-Fi, so we may see this series coming to TV soon, which is pretty exciting. This is by Steve Parkhouse and Peter Hogan. Harry is our alien
in residency.
Our titular resident
alien. He was stranded on Earth, and he spent this time pretending to be a human doctor. He's been doing this for so long that he understands how another intelligent yet marooned alien could fall in love with a human. With his latest mystery cracked, will what Harry has learned in New York City help him finally get back to his homeworld? So this picks up, if you've been following along in this series, where we left off last time. He has found who he was looking for in New York, but now he's not quite sure what to do with that information. So another excellent issue out today.
We have also got a new issue of BPRD, The Devil You Know. This is number 8. One agent's confession brings the BPRD closer to finding the cult leader enslaving followers from across the country, and dissent within Varvara's ranks leaves cracks in her plans for a new pandemonium. You may have noticed that Hellboy is back. He has rejoined the BPRD after a 17-year hiatus. So yeah, this series is great. This is bound to be the culmination of the BPRD series. This is obviously by the one and only Mike Mignola. It's got art by Sebastian Fumara, colors by Dave Stewart, and the cover is by Max Fumara.
Such a great cover.
So good.
And finally, this is a big week, but we also
It's a
have
big week.
World of Tanks Citadel number 3. So in this particular issue, we find Peter and Ginger, who are resorting to harsh disciplinary measures, trying to bring their crewmates under control. But we're going to see a new side of Ginger in this issue. Kraft and Stadler, meanwhile, suddenly bereft of their panzer, find themselves on foot deep behind enemy lines, leaving them only one drastic means of escape. And all the while, the fiery maelstrom of Kursk threatens to consume them all. So this continues the series from Garth Ennis with art by P.J. Holden, colors again by Michael Atiyeh, and our cover art that we were just looking at there is by Isaac Hannaford. This is another episode, I guess I should say, in Garth Ennis's meticulously researched World War II, World of Tanks series. So fans of World of Tanks, tanks in general, World War II history buffs are going to love this series.
Yeah, fun fact about Garth Ennis, he's a big World War II nerd.
If you didn't know that.
And if you didn't know that, he's like the best person to do war comics, and to take something that is a game like World of Tanks and to give it so much historical relevance makes for a really great comic, actually. And if you happen to be one of the several million players of World of Tanks, these comics also each contain in-game codes that you can use to redeem special items.
Correct. That's on the back of each issue, so an extra reason to get it.
Did we do it? Did we get it all done?
We are, yeah, that's what we got for this
Amazing.
week.
Nice work. Okay, cool.
All right.
High five, bro.
Bam.
So that is everything new from Dark Horse today. If you would like to win the fantastic items that we discussed here today, just go ahead and give this video a share. We will let you know by tomorrow a.m. if you are the lucky winner of all of this swag. As we mentioned at the top of the video, we will see you next week from San Diego Comic-Con. If you happen to be there, come visit us. We are booth 2615. If you don't know the number, you can also just look for the ginormous Dark Horse banner. If you can just find this logo, that'll be hanging above us on a very large banner. It's like a nice...
Look for the horse.
It's a target welcoming you home to the mothership of nerddom. And I'll be there to be your flight attendant for that ride.
Yes, with hand signal and puns. Ask Dustin for a good pun. I'm sure he'll come up with one.
I'll probably be there.
Or maybe a high five.
If you need a pun, a dad joke, a high five, I'm there for you.
If it's late in the con and we're not making sense, just roll with it, please.
I mean, you've seen me in these videos, so you know that I don't make sense a lot. So it's just kind of my resting state. But yeah, now that words have become officially very difficult, I think we should probably sign off.
All right, see you guys next week from San Diego.
Bye, guys.
Bye.